What's up, YouTube? So today I want to go ahead and talk a little bit about uh, personal magnetism and what I've read about it so far, just a little bit about it. So this book that I read actually defines personal magnetism as the action of mind power in the direction of powerfully influencing the imagination, desire, or will of another. So, we have all known people who seem to be more magnetic than others, um, someone who has more of a magnetic presence than others. Some individuals have a way about them to where they can influence others to fall into their way of thinking. Examples would be like preachers or politicians or even lawyers to an extent when they have to convince a jury to believe into everything that he or she may be saying, right? They're able to move their audience by this somewhat spiritual power, and the audience or individual may often fail to realize how it was done to them. The audience, they may not be conscious of it, and the person who's actually speaking and doing the influencing or the convincing, they may not be conscious of it as well. But the book states that every person who talks to another person in a serious manner manifests some form of personal magnetism, whether they're conscious or unconscious about it. The person who is giving off that magnetism is actually playing on the emotions of their audience. They say that enthusiasm is actually very infectious, and that magnetism and that influence that these leaders or speakers have over their audience spreads throughout the audience until the audience is actually possessed with these ideas that have taken possession of them. So these people are actually able to play upon the emotions of their audience, and therefore they're able to convince and influence their audience to act out their own will, because their audience will be moved more so by their emotions than their thought or intelligence. The audience, they usually get so caught up in their emotions by what the leader is saying and how he's saying it and the ideas that he's putting out there, that they may go ahead and start making their decisions based off their emotions more so than their critical thinking or their reason or their logic, right? The audience, so the audience therefore usually has allowed this personal magnetism to reach their minds through their emotions, their feelings, and their passions, which may arouse ideas and desires in that person that may not have been there before. And to the students of experimental psychology, these people are known to them as impressionables. So that's why if you listen to the last video I made about the thinking part of the brain versus the feeling part of the brain, at times, if not every time, you should always make your decisions based off your thinking part of your brain and not your feeling part of the brain. Yeah, this is just a few um, examples of personal magnetism, how to recognize it when you come into contact with it, how it is used, and just uh, uh, certain ways to define it as well. All right. So that's it for this video, YouTube. If you like what you've heard so far, like, subscribe, comment. If you have any feedback, please comment. I'd love to hear what you all have to say about it, any feedback you guys have about it. And until then, see you again.